Welcome to our weekly AI news update for the week of May 1st through May 7th, 2026. We bring stories on the latest tech releases, directions in AI architecture, applications of AI for productivity, and the impact of AI on the world. Let's go to our hosts, Saskia and Brandon.
NVIDIA is partnering with glassmaker Corning to open 3 new advanced manufacturing plants in North Carolina and Texas, dedicated entirely to optical fiber for artificial intelligence infrastructure. The companies announced the multi-year deal Wednesday, May 6th. Corning will increase its United States-based optical connectivity manufacturing capacity by 10 times and expand domestic fiber production by more than 50%. The factories are expected to create at least 3,000 jobs. NVIDIA is investing up to $3.2 billion in Corning through warrants and rights to buy shares. Corning shares rose 12% on the news. NVIDIA shares gained nearly 6%. The deal targets a specific bottleneck, moving data between the thousands of graphics processing units inside modern AI clusters. Analysts say copper cabling is increasingly inadequate at the scale demanded by today's AI workloads, and optical fiber moves data between chips at far lower energy cost. The two companies said the expanded capacity will supply hyperscale data centers deploying NVIDIA accelerated computing systems. NVIDIA has separately invested in laser and photonics companies this year as part of a broader push toward co-packaged optics in its rack-scale systems.
Anthropic has signed a deal to use all of the compute capacity at SpaceX's Colossus One data center in Memphis, Tennessee. The company announced the agreement Wednesday at its developer conference in San Francisco. The facility gives Anthropic access to more than 300 megawatts of capacity, backed by over 220,000 NVIDIA graphics processing units within 1 month. Anthropic said the additional compute will directly benefit subscribers to its Claude Pro and Claude Max plans, doubling Claude code rate limits and removing peak hour restrictions. SpaceX, which earlier this year merged with rival AI venture xAI, built Colossus One as one of the largest AI computing sites in the world. The deal is notable because the two companies compete in adjacent markets, and SpaceX leader Elon Musk had previously been a public critic of Anthropic. Musk said this week he met with senior Anthropic staff and came away impressed. Anthropic is also in discussions with SpaceX about developing multiple gigawatts of compute capacity in space. The company said the agreement joins a stack of infrastructure deals, including arrangements with Amazon, Google, Broadcom, Microsoft, and NVIDIA.
Chinese AI company ZTAI has released GLM 5.1, an open weights model designed to sustain autonomous software engineering work for up to 8 hours without human input. The 754 billion parameter model uses a mixture of experts' architecture and a context window of more than 200,000 tokens. ZTAI says the key advance is not just raw reasoning, but what the company calls productive horizon, meaning how long the model can stay aligned and effective across thousands of tool calls. In internal tests, GLM 5.1 built a complete Linux desktop environment from scratch in 8 hours and improved a vector database optimization task over more than 600 iterations, reaching 6 times the query throughput achieved in a single short session. On SWE Bench Pro, a benchmark for real-world software engineering drawn from public code repositories, GLM 5.1 scored 58.4, edging past leading closed models. The model is released under a permissive MIT license, making it available for commercial use and local deployment. The batch newsletter noted that the autonomous duration of AI agents has roughly doubled every 7 months, according to independent testing organization METR, making sustained execution time an increasingly important competitive axis.
Import AI editor Jack Clark published a detailed analysis this week arguing that all the technical components needed to automate AI engineering are now in place. The essay, Import AI number 455, draws on public research papers and Frontier Lab announcements to make the case that AI is today massively accelerating human researchers working on AI development. Clark pointed to a striking internal benchmark tracked by one leading lab, in which successive model generations have achieved compounding speedups on a CPU optimization coding task. progress has grown from roughly 3 times faster than baseline in May 2025 to 52 times faster as of April 2026. Clark said a proof of concept where a model end-to-end trains its own successor could arrive within 1 to 2 years, starting with smaller non-frontier models. He noted that leading labs have publicly stated goals consistent with this direction, including plans for an automated AI research intern by late 2026. Clark concluded that the industry is entering a period where AI can already substitute for humans across large portions of AI engineering work, even if full automation of the most creative research steps remains unclear.
IBM used its annual Think conference in Boston this week to announce what it called its most comprehensive expansion of enterprise artificial intelligence capabilities to date. The centerpiece is the next generation of IBM watsonx Orchestrate, now in private preview, which the company positions as a multi-agent control plane. The system allows enterprises to deploy AI agents built on any framework and enforce consistent governance and audit controls across all of them from a single interface. IBM also unveiled IBM Concert, an AI-powered operations platform that unifies signals across applications, infrastructure, and networks. A new IBM Sovereign Core capability, now generally available, embeds policy enforcement directly into infrastructure at runtime. Real-time data streaming is provided through IBM Confluent, the recently acquired platform based on the Apache Kafka ecosystem. IBM also announced IBM Bob, a generally available agentic development partner designed to help enterprises build agents with security and cost controls built in. One early deployment cited at the conference involved a healthcare system using watsonx Orchestrate to automate hiring workflows, reducing manager time on administrative steps while improving job request accuracy by 70%. IBM said the broader theme of the announcements is helping enterprises move from isolated AI pilots to production-scale deployment.
Cloudflare announced Thursday it is reducing its global workforce by more than 1,100 employees, roughly 1 in 5 workers, as it restructures around what the company called an agentic AI-first operating model. The cuts came on the same day the cloud networking and security company reported first-quarter revenue of $639 million, up 34% from a year earlier, beating analyst estimates. Cloudflare's co-founders said internal use of artificial intelligence has surged more than 600% over the prior 3 months. Employees across engineering, finance, marketing, and human resources are now running thousands of AI agent sessions daily to complete work that previously required dedicated headcount. Chief Executive Matthew Prince said the affected positions are roles the company no longer needs given where it is going, not positions cut for performance or cost reasons. Cloudflare shares fell between 14 and 18% in after-hours trading despite the earnings beat. The company guided full-year 2026 revenue between $2.8 and $2.81 billion, narrowly ahead of analyst expectations. Cloudflare joins a growing list of technology companies citing AI-driven efficiency gains as a direct reason for workforce reductions, a trend that analysts say is accelerating as agent capabilities mature.
That is your weekly summary of the news in artificial intelligence. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.